Call to order the regular meeting for the Oneonta City School District Board of Education for September 9th, 2020. Can we have the roll call?
Mr. Grau?
Here.
Mrs. Burnsworth?
Here.
Mr. Gaisford?
Here.
Mrs. Kurkowski?
Here.
Mr. Reynolds?
Here.
Mr. Beckerink?
Here.
Mrs. Cashman?
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you. For our attendees from the public, we have two opportunities to address the board coming up in the agenda. There is something down at the bottom, the Q&A, and you can post a question in there, and we'll read it during that time of the agenda. Resolved to approve the agenda as amended.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Resolved to accept the minutes of the August 26th, 2020 as presented. There goes my dog.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'll just keep
Opposed?
muting Izzy out. Sorry.
All right, thank you. And this does bring us to our first opportunity to address the board. There is another one. So as I said, I know a few more people joined since I said it. There's a Q&A down at the bottom. You can post a question in there and we'll, or a statement in there, and we'll read it during the next opportunity to address the board. Resolved that the reading of the non-certificated personnel memorandum 2020-14 be waived, and that the action items dated September 9th, 2020 be approved as recommended by the superintendent of schools.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Mr. Grau, if I could just mention, you'll note on there the retirement of Mr. Bill Roberts, and Bill has been a real contributor to our custodial team here in the district over the years, and we just wish him well in his retirement, and he's just done a great job.
I agree. Hear, hear. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? Resolved that the reading of the Teaching and Administrative Personnel Memorandum 2020-14 be waived, and that the action items dated September 9th, 2020 be approved as recommended by the superintendent of schools.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Mr. Grau, if I may again, you will, this is bittersweet, but you will notice the retirement of Mr. Tim Gracie. Tim Gracie has served this community so very well over the years. He's been a tremendous administrator and has touched the lives of many, many, many students and colleagues as well. He's been a great source of wisdom and insight over the years, and we're going to miss him tremendously. The good thing is we are still going to have him for a few more months, but they will go quickly. So I know we'll have more time to speak of Tim, but certainly want to recognize the tremendous contribution to our community.
Congratulations, Tim.
Congratulations.
And I agree, and congratulations. And I also do appreciate the long runway that he's given us so that we can plan and move on for the future. So congratulations and thank you, Tim. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? All right, brings us to the superintendent's report.
Yeah, pleased to announce that, you know, in terms of construction, you know, things continue to wind down. You know, on most days, we may have 3 or 4 contractors, you know, working in district. taking care of some punch list items. There's a few additional larger items that will be addressed a little bit later this month. The countertops for the science rooms in the middle school should be arriving any day if they did not already arrive today or tonight. And the lockers for the high school physical education rooms, they ship from down south on the 16th. So excited about getting those spaces completely done.
That is good news. And as I'm walking the dog around there, I see things starting to be cleaned up and get back into ship shape. So that's good progress.
Yes, there are fewer and fewer construction containers.
You can see some grass growing where the old ones were.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
It is good to see.
Okay, resolve to approve the Oneonta City School District Code of Conduct as presented.
So moved.
Second.
So just want to state that there is no change to the Code of Conduct. This is something that we are required to approve each year. If there had been a change, we obviously would have given more lead time on reading it. So, is there any other discussion? All in favor?
And Cash
Aye.
is trying to say something.
Oh,
I am trying to say something. I forgot I muted myself. So I just kind of want to just discuss the code of conduct just a little bit. I know that we can't change anything. However, I think just to throw it out there so that we can maybe discuss it for next year, possibly. And and coming from my perspective with having daughters and also, I think, just coaching women for as long as I have, I think the code of conduct is geared a lot towards the girls, and it is teaching our girls more to, like, let me say, I wrote it down. So instead of teaching the boys how to respect girls, basically, right? It's teaching girls that they need to cover up and not respect their bodies, as opposed to us educating boys that they're not such sex objects, right? Like, if you look at our code of conduct, it's geared towards girls. Halter tops are shirts with straps thinner than 2 inches. Exposed midriffs, the skirts, dresses, shorts, longest finger when the arm hangs in a relaxed fashion. I mean, I just happened to ask one of my daughters tonight, right? Like, how do you feel when you read, how did you feel when you read it? And her first words were, I feel violated. I think that's pretty strong coming from an 11-year-old. And I just, you know, I don't think that, well, I do think that we just should revisit this at some point and look at how it's implicit bias, basically. It really is. It's basically saying that boys can't study in school because girls might be showing their shoulders, as opposed, or, you know, are we saying that if boys work out and they're showing their muscles, right, we're not asking them to cover up, but that could be a distraction to girls.
yeah.
So I think it's something that we, you know, we're not being very supportive here, and we're not looking at it as a whole. We're not being very inclusive to both genders when we should be promoting both genders to be proud of their bodies.
And collectively, we did
I
make
think
some changes last year, or not last year, Cash, a few years ago. So we should take a look at it again for sure.
Yeah, I agree. You know, we did we did remove the gender from the dress code because it was very specific and more pointed, but I agree. Let's take another look at it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Looks like you volunteered to join the policy committee.
Sure. For this part.
No, I appreciate your taking a fresh look at it and bringing it up, and I agree. Let's go through it and take another fine tooth comb to it.
And Cash, if I just may add, you know, those changes that were made a few years back, that was the result of a student group that reviewed it. So yeah, a fresh perspective on it will be good.
Yep.
Sounds good.
All right. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Bye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? All right, thank you. Resolved that the reading of the financial memorandum 2020-15 be waived and that the action items dated September 9th, 2020 be approved as recommended by the superintendent of schools.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Yep, it's pretty uneventful this time. We have the BOCES rental agreement for Center Street, and that's a continuation of what we currently have. Some surplus textbooks and the change orders you're probably already familiar with, and they're explained on each change order. The network improvement services with Graybar is our first real contract for the Smart Schools Bond Act. So that's to get that moving along finally. So it took a long time to get it approved, and now we can finally move forward with the work. That's all there. That's all that's on there.
A long time is an understatement.
Yeah.
Any questions or discussion?
I think the Smart Schools Bond Act's already been paid off, hasn't it?
Paid off.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, hopefully they won't take 20% because they haven't paid us yet. But
that was a 30-year bond, right? It's
That's
paid
what
off.
I mean, the paid off.
Yeah. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Nope. I'll give you time to unmute, sorry. Opposed? Abstentions? Thank you. That brings us to our second opportunity to address the board. Kathy Lynch would like to congratulate Tim Gracie on his retirement. I've enjoyed getting to know him when his sons were in school and will be forever grateful for his help with his many with the many after prom parties over the years. Thank you, and I wish you many happy years of happy and healthy retirement for Tim. Sorry about that. Nancy Osborne also put something in the chat. Thank you, Mr. Gracie, for all you have done for OCSD. I've enjoyed working with you over the years. You're always willing to help out, including the after prom party. We'll miss you. I
would like to say something as well, Bill. I just wanted to say that, well, I couldn't let it go without thanking Mr. Gracie. I used to work with Mr. Gracie, and he allowed me to do my administrative internship with him years ago, and I really appreciate that, and it's been wonderful working with him throughout the years, and he is very caring, and he keeps the Sunshine Committee going up here at the district office, and I've learned a lot from him over the years, and I just wanted to make sure that I said a little something and congratulated him.
All right, thank you. Tim has put in the chat, Mr. Brinley and all the board members, thank you for your kind thoughts and support over the years. And Melinda Murdoch, congratulations, Tim. It's been a pleasure working with you. You will be missed more than you know. Certainly agree with all that. All right, that brings us down to roundtable. Let's see. Go left to right as I see you. We'll start with Amy.
Well, I want to say congratulations to Bill Roberts for his retirement. He is definitely one of those unsung heroes doing the work behind the scenes. So congratulations to him. And of course, congratulations to Tim Gracie. I've enjoyed working with you, and I, you know, what you've done for the school district is just, you know, you can't count it all. It's, you know, thank you very much. And I want to say thank you to Colleen for offering us a different perspective on some of the wording and some of the ideas and issues that we need to bring current and make whole for our entire student body. So I really appreciate your perspective. And that's all I have. I don't have any committee reports right now.
All right, Sean.
Wow. Amy, well, you said it about Tim Gracie. I think it just goes without saying. Tim, thank you so much for everything you've not only done for this district, but what you've done for my wife in her position and all the students. I mean, you're going to be missed. There's no questions about it. So there's nothing more I can say other than thank you very much. You're incredible. You're a professional and one of a kind. And I don't want to forget Bill Roberts. There's, you know, a lot of times the custodial workers, they do the stuff that people don't see. They expect. And the times that they got to clean up, the times they got to pick up after or before school starts, after school ends, it just goes unnoticed. But Bill, thank you so much. It truly means a lot that our school looks the way it does because of you and your staff. So to me, thank you very much. And Colleen, man, you hit it. When you started talking about that tonight, it really, I sat here, my wheels were spinning and spinning and spinning like, wow. With what's going on in our country now, and not just the country, the world, we need to open it up. Let's look. It's not going to hurt to go line by line and say, yep, let's change this wording, or maybe this needs to be changed here. But Tom, make a very valid point that students had a good say in this too. They really stepped forward and they thought, in their perspective, what they thought would help. And obviously, we as the board or the district, we make the determinations. But having a vast variety of people looking at this in today's world can only get better. So, Colleen, thank you. That's all I got.
All right, Darren.
Absolutely. Ditto, Amy and Sean said it great. I mean, congratulations to Bill. Many years of contribution to our district, and same thing with Tim Gracie, wore several different hats for our district and did a great job with all of them. And congratulations on the retirement. That's all I have. No new committee reports.
Okay, Cash.
I was not L for loser either. Well, I guess I'll echo everyone else on the retirement. I did not really get a chance to work with either one of the gentlemen, but I do want to say congratulations. And retirement, we all are only dreaming of someday. For some of us sitting on this screen here. And I appreciate the support. Amy and Sean and all of you. It's always a little nerve-wracking when you bring something up like this, but I really do feel strongly about it. And you can't, we have to be strong here for the women in this country and our girls and our daughters. And this is something small, but we were sitting here the other day watching the WNBA and going through the salaries of the women versus the men. And, when you have women that are playing and making $50,000 to $100,000, and then you have the men making $40 million, it's a small piece of it. So nothing else to report, but someday I think we're going to get started on these committees. Maybe when COVID ends.
I think we can maybe start scheduling some things virtually. Use Teams or Zoom. Jamie.
Good evening, all. Yeah, no committee reports. I know finance will meet at some point here, but we have not met. Certainly to the two retirees, congratulations. I know people my age are starting to retire here somehow, and I'm not, and no sign in the future here, but we all work for a reason, and I certainly wish them well to hit the next chapter here in their lives and enjoy a lot of years here. So best wishes to both of them, and for all they've done for the district in different ways, but obviously important ways for each of them. And regarding our ethics policy, I agree. I mean, every few years we've got to look at these things. Certainly we don't want to rubber stamp anything, and we need net neutrality is certainly the objective here. And it's easy in our divisive world that we seemingly are in here to be overlook stuff. But the world's changed, and we need to make sure that we are neutral on everything in every regard. And my guess is there's more than just what we're talking about or thinking about here on the onset that we ought to be looking at, because we certainly want to give every student an equal and fair treatment, and that's been our goal, and that needs to be our goal. So I'm glad we're taking an opportunity to look at that, make some improvements. I'm sure we have some we can make. That's all I've got.
All right. Finance meets on the 22nd. Sue.
It's so hard to go last. I don't even know what I could add to what everybody has said. But I agree with everything that everyone has said tonight. For me personally, I've worked with Tim on the school board, and then also on a personal level with my son as a student. So I really appreciate everything that he's done for the district and everyone within the district. I do not have any committee reports either. But like Cash said, hopefully we'll be getting some committee meetings started here soon. Obviously, I think that from a policy committee standpoint, it would probably be good to start looking at that now. Or look at it again now.
Yeah, I agree.
That's all I have.
Wouldn't be bad to, I think, to probably loop some students in again, especially for those sections.
Absolutely, I agree. Yeah.
All right. I think that was everybody, right? It's once you start talking, you move around on my. I didn't miss anybody, did I? Okay. Well, I'll just add congratulations to Bill and Tim, and thank you for everything you've done. And Tim, we do have some more time, so we'll have some other opportunities to thank you. But we do, as I said, we do appreciate the runway you gave us, and the consideration and everything that you've done for our district and for our most importantly for our kids. So thank you. So with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn to executive session for the purposes of personnel and special education.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Night. Oh, sorry.
All right, we're adjourned. Thank you.
Is the link for executive session the one that came from Tom?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Just double checking. All right. See you shortly.
All right. Thank you.